Cyactiv is a simple yet very powerful product. To understand what Cyactiv does in the body, we need to understand the process of inflammation. Inflammation was meant in the body to be a very, very localized phenomenon. If you have a cut or an injury or an infection, locally, compounds are being released to increase the blood flow, to attract immune cells, to attract stem cells, so that all these cells can do their job locally to repair the tissue. And when everything is repaired and everything is done, then everything comes back to normal. That's what inflammation was meant to be. The problem comes when you get up in the morning and you've got a little bit of a knee pain, a little bit of discomfort in your hip, a little bit of a shoulder stiffness in your neck. When you start to have this, understand here that it's not the only places where you've got inflammation. It's just because you have pain receptors in these areas to feel the discomfort. But you don't have pain receptors in your arteries, in your lung, or in your liver. So when you start to have inflammation in many areas of the body, then most likely you have it in a lot more areas. And then it becomes what we call systemic inflammation, meaning all these inflammatory compounds slowly accumulate in your bloodstream, and it becomes inflammation of the entire system. So it's called systemic inflammation. It's also referred to as whole body inflammation, and it's also called silent inflammation, because you don't feel it. But when you have systemic inflammation, it has been associated in many studies to a whole slew of health problems. So it really prevents the body to function normally and to achieve optimal health. And for one thing, in what concerns here stem cells, for one thing, it prevents stem cells to properly identify the tissues that are in need of repair. So when you've got inflammation that has accumulated like this in the body, you cannot repair properly, you cannot repair optimally, your immune system cannot function optimally, so you need to be able to calm down the systemic inflammation. And that is where Cyactiv is really a unique product. Cyactiv is a concentrate of phycocyanin from spirulina. Phycocyanin has been known for many years to be a very specific blocker of COX-2. COX-2 is an enzyme that leads to the formation in the body of a whole slew of inflammatory compounds. So if we can block the enzyme COX-2, we really help to calm down, to balance this inflammatory process in the body. But as we produced Cyactiv and concentrated phycocyanin, we also discovered another compound in Cyactiv. We don't know exactly what it is, but we called it LOX down because it specifically blocks another enzyme also involved in another pathway of inflammation. This enzyme is called 5-LOX. And by having Cyactiv capable of calming down these two different enzymatic pathways, then we really have the best product that one can have to really calm down and balance overall inflammation in the body. So Cyactiv is really an ideal product to control inflammation so that we can really assist or give stem cells in optimal terrain to be able to identify all the tissues in need of repair, be able to go there and do their job of repair. So that's what Cyactiv does, to just calm down overall inflammation in the body.